This year, I faced a whole lot of disappointment. I faced a whole lot of disappointment that it got to a point where I started doubting myself, getting angry at myself, at the world, and it started affecting me and the things I do and how I relate with my family. Until last month, it was worse. I was starting to isolate myself because it felt like everybody is excelling in whatever they are doing, and I was facing disappointment. It was so bad that I said to think maybe there are village people around, ringing my bell in their coven. And when I noticed, sometimes there are things that happen and you just tap yourself. I'm like, why am I letting this affect other aspect of my life? I know I don't have this right now, but should I allow it affect other aspect of me? That is me losing like two times. I'm losing in this aspect that I cannot control, and I'm also losing in the aspect I can control. So I told myself, I started working on myself, and these things that I did, I was able to do, are the things I'm going to share with you. Maybe you're going through the same thing and you want to try this method. It could work for you. It could work for you. Anyway, my name is Amakalin, and this is my YouTube channel. Welcome, and grab the popcorn. Let's discuss. So the first thing I did was to remind myself of the things I have and be grateful for it. The truth is that it's very easy to forget the good things we have. Yes, if you look back, you'll notice that we are actually living in our answered prayer. I can't say this for everyone, but then there are things you have now that maybe years ago you only prayed for it. That is your answered prayer. Why don't you be grateful for it? Because one thing with being a human is that you always have something you want. There will constantly be something that you're actually chasing, and if you keep letting things like this steal your joy, affect your other aspect of life, that means you will never have that joy fully. Then I started looking at things I will, I had. I started looking at things I had that I should be grateful for. I have my family. I pray so much for a good home. I have my home now. I have a good home, and I pray so much for not. I pray not to have issues with childbearing. I had a smooth, like I had my child smoothly, and I also prayed for a healthy child, which God answered for me. And I have all this. I still looking at it like I have my parents. There are a lot of things to be grateful for. I start looking at those things and still being grateful for them. So when I prayed, I always thank God. I stopped lamenting. I started praying and thanking God for the ones I had. Yes. And that was the first thing. It did not just happen. It took me days of constantly reminding myself of the things I had, constantly telling myself this. I will wake up, I will tell myself, I will pray. In the midst of the prayer is like affirmation. You are telling yourself, thank you Lord for this, thank you Lord for my family, for my child, for my parents, thank you Lord for there was a time my honest prayer was to graduate. If you went to my school, you understand what I mean. There were rumors about not graduating, not being inducted. No, I prayed, and then God answered it. I inducted it myself. These are things I should be grateful for. Yes, and then I also try to pick something a little bit challenging. Something within my control, something I could do to, you know, I find exciting again. I looked towards that area, and that is where this came in. I said this YouTube. I said to make YouTube videos, even though the results are not there, but it is something. It is something. And Remember, remember, it does not really have to be this. There are other things you could try. Yes, it doesn't have to be this. Just try something that you find happiness in doing. I like imparting. I owe a community on other social media platform, but I've never really taken YouTube seriously, and I decided to like take it seriously. Yes, so you can, if growing a community is something you like, you can try it out. If it's what are they saying? If it is learning a craft, if it is taking another degree, something else to distract yourself, something within your control. And then the third thing, which is the third thing, is bearing in mind that it's going to be said truth. Just going to take time, but with time, everything will fall in place. They always do. Yes, it might not go the way you want it, but in years to come, you'll be like, oh, oh, oh. The people that face disappointment and later in life, they're like, oh my god, there was a time I was pursuing this, but now I'm in a good place. Yeah, bear it in mind that everything is going to fall in place soon. It will help you. Everything is going to fall in place soon. Look at yourself right now. You're like, oh my god, there was a time I prayed for this. There was a time, there's people that the problem is, I'm not getting this job. There are actually people that the problem is not getting a job, and in seeking for a distraction, they learn a craft, and years to come, they see that craft sustaining them and taking them farther than the job they were looking for would have. That is the power of distracting yourself and then being grateful. Tell me in the comment section if you'll be trying this, and don't forget to like, share, and comment. I love you, and see you in my next video. Bye.